we're good.
Executive Board meeting, July 28th, 2023 will come to order. Joanne, would you please do a roll call? Thank you.
Okay. Peter Amato,
Present.
Diane Andelman. I don't see Kate. Michael Bunk,
Present.
Marilyn Curtis,
Here.
Maureen de Beguer.
Here.
Oh, you are here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I didn't see you right there. Ruth Dries, David Fornes is on the
He's
phone.
got me on the phone, Susan.
Uh-huh.
Is he up
George
first?
Franklin. Dan Gladstone. Richard Handelsman.
Present.
Laura Hanley.
She's never been.
Jack Harlan. Bobby Levin.
Here.
Joyce Reese.
Yes.
Flora Simpson.
Here.
Jeffrey Skeen.
Here.
Jerry Sutowski. Gloria Tart.
Here.
And I don't see Mary Walsh. Okay, and David, is you Ed Grossman.
Here.
Jonathan Naggio, Stuart Richards. Belcio Fabro,
Here.
Patricia Caputo,
Here.
David Boaz,
Here.
and I'm here. We have a quorum.
Thank you. I'm sure everybody has read the minutes. Are there any corrections to the minutes as presented? Okay, then.
I have an addition.
Into the mic.
My
Microphone.
mic, this is, and upside down, you can't hear. Hello, good morning, everybody. I'm glad to see we have a quorum. On the second set of minutes for the special executive meeting, which was held, I believe, on July 14th, I see that my comments, which I think were very salient, is totally omitted. Basically, I believe I'm the only one that voted against this, and I gave a host of reasons, especially economic, but I think I have more now. But I think that should be put in the meeting because I want to be sure that I am noted as the only one who voted against it.
It says one no vote, Ed.
Excuse me?
Says one no vote.
Yeah, but it doesn't say who. I just want to be sure. I don't want to hide under the table.
Doesn't say James.
That's my comment.
Since I do the minutes, I just want to reiterate that minutes of a meeting are a list of what was done, not what was said, and that the voting is anonymous for the purposes of record keeping. You can go to the video, it is posted publicly on the blog, and you can see the transcript of what happened and what was said. And if you want any of the particulars, I do try and post as many videos of everything we can possibly post, so that people can see all of the various details and comments by everyone. But minutes of a meeting are simply a list of the things that were done, called to order and adjourned, and we take action. The only action at this meeting was that vote that was taken.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, absolutely.
I hear what you say, and I do think that, as I had done in another meeting, when I say I want to read something in the minutes, that does belong, but I didn't read anything at that point, so that's okay.
All right, before we go any further, I just want you to know that we are recording this meeting, and I believe Mr. Grossman is recording his own meeting. You need to tell people when you're making recordings of what's being said.
I have no problem with it, but I think if you check the rules in a meeting like this, you don't have to announce, it's expected. But I could be wrong, but you have Mr. Handelsman here. I've looked this up several times, but I am recording the meeting. So smile, because I'm recording you.
From now on, anyone that's recording a meeting, either visually or by phone, needs to make that announcement.
That's not true.
Who's got a problem with that?
No, you're wrong, but I,
I'm the chair, and I'm letting you know that to protect you and what's being said by anybody in this room, you need to know what is being said
Okay.
and what's being recorded,
And can I grab that mic?
okay? I'm doing it to protect you.
thank you.
Hey, Richard, you got your hand up.
Just listing names and votes would set a dangerous precedent. Suppose the vote were 11 to 9, and all 9 said, we want our names listed, or all 11 said, we want our names listed. Or at a delegate assembly, all 100, never. Thank you.
And can I make a comment? I need the mic to do that.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we have a chair and we have the secretary, and it's their prerogative to set the tone of the meeting. And I think that Joanne is entirely correct. This is straight from camp school. You recorded what was done, not what was said. There was discussion. There was a vote. A motion passed. A motion did not pass. All right? Why don't we move on?
I need a motion to accept the minutes as presented, made by Bobby Levin and seconded by Ruth Dries. All right. You had your hand up, Maureen?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's a second, so.
All right. Let's see. Let's go to CAM report.
Hey, whoa. All right.
Good morning, everyone. I just have one thing to report. I know we're thinking about canals a lot lately, and particularly the South Canal, which is connected to the Reflection Bay project. We're also working on the North Canal, which is in pretty bad shape as well. This involves possibly the county taking responsibility for the maintenance of that canal. WPRF has been working on this for some time with their legal department. This has now been passed on to our attorney, Rod Tedson, and he requested a meeting with our county commissioner, Greg Weiss. That's going to happen next week on the 4th. It'll be Commissioner Weiss, Dave Israel, Rod, our attorney, and several of the officers and myself. And the goal there is to try to get that mess straightened out so we can get that canal dredged eventually as well. That's all I have for this month, unless you guys have any questions for me.
I have one.
Sure. Good morning.
It is separate from the South Canal as
Yes.
to its passage through the village and.
Well, I mean, they are connected tertiarily through the waterways. All our waterways are connected.
And before it leaves the gates, the fenced area
Well,
that is up.
If you can envision North Canal, there's a connection. It looks like a letter T at North Lagoon. That would be
Right.
Sheffield, Dorchester,
Yeah.
and that shoots down into the main lakes. The main lakes drain into the South Canal at South Lagoon, and from there on to there's some drainage connection to Reflection Bay, and another much larger one at Okeechobee Boulevard, which connects to Lake Worth Drainage. I've got a few questions about this over the past month. How does the alligators get into our, well, the answer is all of our waterways are connected to all of Florida.
Yeah,
So that's basically what's going on.
okay.
All right.
Thanks. I wasn't sure and that's.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary Walsh, Hayes Trust. Being new here, I really don't know where the North Canal is. I figured out where the South Canal is, but can you tell me?
Okay, so
how
Mary,
much
from
we're
your
in?
house, if you're leaving going towards the clubhouse, right? You're going south. You pass over that little bridge to get out of Hastings and into
North
Sheffield.
Canal? Okay.
That canal on either side of that bridge is North Canal, and that stretches from the
Over there to
the northwest corner, which would be Sussex D, all the way across to Haverhill Road. So take a peek at it on your way home. That's North Canal.
Didn't they do it a little while ago, like 3 years ago?
There was some dredging there. It had to do with a water main break that collapsed a piece of it, and also from time to time, I get some work done just to keep the thing flowing, particularly in the southwest corner where the reclaimed water enters the village. So yeah, from time to time we do spot work. Hi, Jerry.
Donald, in your report the other week, you had a collapse of something in one of the associations.
Yeah, Berkshire, I
Let
can't
me
remember.
finish what I wanted to say, and then, what caused the collapse, and what should people be aware of so that this doesn't happen in other places?
All right, so our theory, the secret assign I'm thinking of is the eave or the soffit that you saw drop down was in bad shape to begin with, and it was on that association's list to get to. They had just finished their roof. We think it happened during a lightning storm, so we think lightning hit and maybe shook the ground a little bit, and that's all it took to jiggle this thing to fall down. But it was basically deferred maintenance. It should have been done already, and it wasn't. There's not much holding those up but screws. Anybody else? Hi, Bobby.
Donald, now that the golf course is, for all intents and purposes, a done deal, why has the county put up those big signs?
They're working there already.
You know, saying hearings or something?
Yeah, if you want to see the particulars, just go up to that sign and take a picture of this. There's a code, those little
But
cubes.
it doesn't mean it's not still open for discussion.
No, I believe that they're looking for a change to the original plan. Remember, they dropped down from 707 units to 621, and I believe they increased the size of their lake, and that all has to be approved. Okay. Thanks, everyone.
On those eaves, years ago, people were repairing them with metal screws that were not zinc coated, or they were not aluminum. So over the years, moisture got in there, those screws rot out, and that's what causes them to fall down. And if somebody hits them or you don't take care of them, that's what causes that issue. Patricia, Vice President.
What do you got?
Nothing.
All right.
Just good morning to everyone, and I hope you're enjoying the summer. I was away a lot, but I'm back. Thank you.
Joanne.
Good morning. My only report is that we're without a TV in the clubhouse, in the UCO office, and because of that, I haven't been able to do a couple of Zoom meetings recently. So we're gonna hopefully have it fixed over the weekend, and we'll be back in business for getting everything posted on the blog, but we're doing our best. So, thank you. That's it.
David Boaz.
Good morning. Just a reminder to everybody in here that next Friday is the delegate assembly. We need to make sure there's a quorum there, so please tell your friends and neighbors to be there. And other than that, it's been a wonderful week. Thank you.
Okay. Do we have a treasurer's report?
Absolutely.
Good morning again to everybody. The treasurer's report will be very, very short. Since the special executive meeting on the 14th, I have reviewed the documents. I had mentioned that I was told that we have no rendering or plans for the development, and that you could only get it with a letter, which was wrong. I got a hold of an official in Miami. The plans, I received them. I sent them to several different people. I will wrap this up very shortly. We call this Cutler. I would approve.
Ed, I need you to give a treasurer's report.
This is the treasurer's report because this involves money and something that goes on for years. There is no, excuse me, you can't, you're out of order. It's my report. You don't like it? Too bad. Very simply, you're not dealing with, stop banging that thing or it'll fall off. You are not dealing with Cutler. You are dealing with a corporate, excuse me, you want to turn it off? Why? You're afraid to say